Hello, welcome to another video, and we'll continue our quest through the mammalian class. Really, not that class is really a meaningful term, but hey, there you are. Anyways, we've now reached the family of the hyenas, not a very large family, so the choices for animals to draw are rather limited. I've decided to draw the striped hyena, which I think is the most beautiful hyena of the lot, or at least the most distinctive looking. Now, hyenas of course haven't got a very great reputation, which is too bad, and they're quite charming and interesting animals in their own right. Now, the striped hyena is also the one that is the most numerous, or at least the most widespread, and therefore probably most numerous, but mostly it's the one that, as I said before, is the most distinctive looking, at least to me. They're quite different animals from the typical hyena, you might say, the spotted one. And well, they're much less powerfully built, but they certainly have that same hyena structure. Now let's give this animal a bit of a mask, because they've got those in reality too. Now, when drawing, you should often keep in mind that you run the risk of actually losing detail that you want to show if you just draw in one color. Now, as you can see, the striped hyena isn't called the striped hyena for nothing. It has got stripes, but beyond that, it's also a very prominently maned animal with rather big ears, which I'm drawing right now. Those ears are much more rounded than in the spotted hyena. Now, let's see. Here we go. Now, the other ear, important. I mentioned the mane. Well, here we have the start of the mane. I'm going to draw the striped hyena in a sitting pose. By now, my plate in which I'm drawing all these carnivorans is getting rather crowded, so I have to make do with a rather, well, perhaps inconvenient spot and so on. I'm not the type to plan a lot in advance, so when drawing these plates, you could say, with all the representatives of certain orders of clades, I do not always know how and when I'm going to draw which animal. It's certainly taking me longer than I had anticipated. By the way, I have mentioned before that I'm approaching the end of this series, and after this one there will be just 2 more families to draw, but moving ahead of myself here. So here we go, let's draw in a sitting position. Hyenas are of course long-necked animals, and that should show when you're drawing them. Even so, they might look rather chunky, and they are, but that's mostly, I suppose, because hyenas have got a very, very muscled necks and so on, partly allowing them to have a neck that long as it is, but also to power and to actually carry the heavy jaw muscles they have. After all, they're bone cracking animals, though the spotted hyena is better at it than the striped, at least generally speaking. Okay, let's not forget to give it a bit of a pot belly, as you can see here. Okay, it seems I'll have some difficulty drawing the hind legs. Now, what I wanted to say was this: compared to the body, the legs of a hyena, especially the non-spotted ones, can look rather dainty, But though they are, in comparison, this is of course mostly a relative thing. They're probably not more or less dainty than in a dog. Typical dogs, of course, not counting bulldogs in the lot. Okay, well, let's draw those stripes. They're not called striped hyena for nothing, after all. Let's give those manes a bit more volume. Striped hyenas can use their manes to seem even larger than they already are by raising them, and as you can see, and as I try to show in this drawing, those manes are consistent. Well, they've got a pretty long hair, and that of course helps for that. Now let's see. I think, wait, I need to give those paws and lower legs a bit more contrast. I think I haven't done too badly drawing this hyena. Let's give it something to sit on. Once again, the ever convenient rock or rocky structure is what it will be sitting on. Here you go. So, here you are, a striped hyena. Hope you enjoyed, and bye.